Good afternoon, parents and staff that's listening to this presentation. Hopefully our meeting won't be too long. This is just to touch base with you with Botswana parents. This is especially after that email that I received from all of you a week ago, 2 weeks ago on the way forward, especially because Gaborone has also been in lockdown. Before we start the meeting, let's just close our eyes for prayer. Lord, I pray that our children will develop an eternal perspective and purpose, not an earthly one. Help them to see life and every challenge through your eyes, eager and unafraid to share with others the good news of Jesus wherever they go. I pray that they will set their minds on things above, not just what's going on here, and that they will be rooted and grounded in your love. I pray they will come to understand the extent of your own love for them, that it surpasses all the head knowledge that they will acquire in school. I pray they will be filled up with you from morning till night. In Jesus' name, amen. If you have questions, there's Jo Marie's number again. If you have questions, please send it through. And like I always say, any questions that I dealt with in my presentation, I'll just not answer them at the end. A couple of questions that we received up to this point. What's the financial implication if pupils only return in 2021? This is the letter that we sent out on the 4th. We did send out a letter on the 4th of August explaining it, and I'll just do the extract from that letter again. If we prefer that your child does not return to the boarding house this year, but would like them to return in 2021, we won't charge you any further boarding fees for 2020. However, we will require a 22,000 Rand non-refundable deposit payable by 6 October to be used against your boarding fees in 2021 in order to secure your 2021 placement. So you'll pay 22,000 Rand, we'll reserve your place for next year. If you do not come back, you lose that 22,000 Rand. If you do come back next year, then you basically paid already for your first term boarding. If the lockdown in the greater Gaborone zone is to be lifted on Friday, this is coming Friday, would you suggest that the pupils are sent to school, especially the grade 12 pupil? We did say from the beginning, we would prefer that you don't have any comorbidities or underlying conditions. I know that there is the grade 12 in Gaborone, and we will make contact with Mr. Chroma will make contact with you tomorrow. Just to go through that process. What can we do? Because there will be direct contact. If they do lift the if they lift the ban on, or the lockdown rather scenario in Gaborone on Friday, then you are welcome to join us. You just need to inform us. We will put a bus on standby. We're also going to send a staff member to the border post. We will put a staff member also on standby to see what happens. But if they're only going to make this announcement after midday on Friday, that is then too late for us to make arrangements on this side. If they announce that lift early morning, then we can still make the necessary arrangements. But in the meantime, if you want to send your child, you need to inform us that you are intending to send your child, depending on what's going to happen in the lockdown. And your passport and study permit must be valid for these 6 months. School fees must be paid up to date. We will, in any case, verify that that's the case. Affidavit from the police to travel, that is in Gaborone then. And then also anywhere in Botswana that you can travel. And then also you need a medical clearance certificate to say that you do not have COVID-19, nor any other illness like flu or whatever, that you are totally clear. But I am going to make the cutoff. It must be 12 o'clock Friday afternoon. We cannot have any information later than that because also we are allocating the rooms according to the number of boarders that we have, and the staff need to must have that afternoon to sort that out. We cannot expect them to run around Friday night to sort that out. So if they lift the lockdown by 12 o'clock Friday afternoon, we can still accommodate. If it's only after that, then unfortunately, as I said before, when lockdown is over, you can come back, but then you need to quarantine yourself. You must make all the arrangements yourself, and then they can come to school after you've been in quarantine for 14 days in South Africa, but that will be for your own arrangements. If continuing with online learning, what can you as a parent do to ensure your child is up to date with schoolwork? Make contact with the subject teachers via email address, and the email addresses are on the school website if you don't have it. Also, as a parent, you can register on Edmodo. Teachers often communicate if assignments have not been submitted. Treat upcoming exams as proper exams written under exam conditions. Exams will be marked and detailed feedback will be given by teachers. Chat to your child and hear if they are coping. That is what we've received and what we just wanted to communicate up to this point. I will now answer questions if there are. Nothing via WhatsApp on the chat room, nothing on the chat room. So while we're waiting, I just want to re-emphasize this. I believe that there are rumors in Gaborone going around that your lockdown might be lifted on Friday. We need a final answer by 12 o'clock on Friday afternoon. Anything after that, we cannot assist you, unfortunately. If they make that announcement in Gaborone or Botswana before 12 o'clock, we can then still put measures in place to assist you. But you saw the checklist. I'll just go back to that checklist again. You must have no underlying conditions. Passport and study permit for at least 6 months must be valid. School fees paid up to date. You must have an affidavit from the police that you can travel. And there must be you must have a medical clearance certificate either issued tomorrow or issued Friday. Then also, we will then, from a school side, there is documentation that we need to send through to you. That's why I say by 12 o'clock, we need to know so that we can still do some prep on our side. But unfortunately, 12 o'clock will be cut off on Friday. Seems like no questions are coming through on WhatsApp, nothing on chat. All right, you have our contact details. You're more than welcome to contact me. There's also my contact details again. If you have any questions or suggestions or feedback. And as I always say, we are in this together and we will get through this together. Thank you for joining me. This was just an update on that email and just to give you more detail, and also that email we would receive this morning that lockdown might be lifted. So this is where we are. I hope that's clear. Seems like there's still no questions. There's nothing. So thank you for I said it might be a very short meeting. It is. Thank you for joining me, and I hope that you as parents in Gaborone are fully up to speed and that you understand where we are and what's happening behind the scenes. Thank you very much. Have a good day.